kind of want to shoot Andy. I'm just going to shoot him in the butt.
Hi everybody. Today I want to take a look at what I think is an uncommon and probably an underrated airsoft sniper rifle. It's nothing new, and it's been on the market for over 10 years, but it's worth discussing. This weird PSG-1/AR-15/Remington 870 looking franking gun is actually one of the oldest airsoft sniper rifle designs. This one specifically here is the Well MB06, which is now distributed by Echo1 as their Advanced Sniper Rifle, or ASR. This style of rifle was originally built by the Japanese company Maruzen as the SR2. It used the same internals as their L96 rifles, which are still popular as upgrade bases today, but was built specifically for target shooting, and the original Maruzen version came with a fixed hop-up. The modern versions you can get today have adjustable hop-ups like any airsoft gun, and this one comes standard with a TDC or a top dead center style hop-up nub, which is extremely useful for airsoft sniping. Since it's based on a Maruzen and not a Tokyo Marui design, it has APS-2 style internals instead of VSR-10, which includes inner barrel, hop-up, cylinder, trigger, and basically all the internal operating components of the gun. For those of you that are new to airsoft sniping, there are two main styles of airsoft sniper rifles, the APS-2 and the VSR-10, each designed by Maruzen and Tokyo Marui respectively, with each of their own internal components with aftermarket parts. Today, the two systems have been cloned into numerous different rifle styles. For example, the JG Bar 10 has VSR internals, while the UTG L96 has APS-2 internals, and this rifle also has APS-2 internals. Some rifles, like my Novarich SSG-24, or the Modify Mod 24, which is what it's based off of, have a combination of both systems. In this case, in the SSG-24, it has an APS-2 style fire control group and a VSR-10 cylinder and barrel assembly. Anyway, enough technical history. The thing to know is that this rifle will be compatible with any APS-2 style aftermarket parts and will not work with any VSR-10 style parts out of the box without modification. With that quick background knowledge out of the way, let's take a closer look at the gun itself. Externally, the barrel, upper receiver, Picatinny rail, and fire controls, which would be the trigger and safety, are metal. Everything else, which would be the handguard, pistol grip, lower receiver, stock, and buffer tube, are made of plastic. The handling of this rifle itself feels very much like an AR variant or an M4 with a retractable stock and an A2 style pistol grip. The bolt is uniquely angled downward to give a more natural grip when charging the rifle. The bolt pull itself isn't the smoothest, but it wasn't an issue for me. Remember that this gun's over 5 years old and it's had the stock cylinder the whole time. Slam firing, which occurs on many, in fact it occurs on all airsoft sniper rifles at some point, it does occur on this model, but it's not very frequent. Lastly, the hop-up is adjustable with an Allen key underneath the handguard. As I mentioned before, since it's TDC style, it's extremely tight and it will not move easily while shooting, which means this gun is very accurate even with the stock hop-up unit. The handguard is very heavy and extremely well built. It's one piece of solid plastic that will not break, and it's not hollow inside. The same durability can be said of the stock, which has a battery compartment and rail, and is adjustable like any M4 style stock. There are also two quick detached sling mounts on the stock, which work very well. The lower receiver and buffer tube, however, are made of thinner material and are much lighter. The top rail has segments all the way across, which I prefer to a split-type rail on other sniper rifles, like my SSG-24. On the front of the handguard, there's a bipod lug for the bipod included in the box. I don't play with bipods, but this may be a selling point for some of you. Personally, I'd save the extra weight for something like a scope cam or a stock pouch. Another cool feature is that there's already a cutout in the upper receiver for a left-handed bolt. The lefty bolt handle is also included in the box in case you need it. The magazine is plastic, but it's not very thin plastic, and it's durable enough. It has a spring-loaded body, which makes removing the magazine very easy by pushing the two tabs on the side. It holds 25 BBs and can be loaded with a speed loader quite easily, like this. So now that I've shown you the externals, let's take it apart and look inside. There are actually four main structural components to this rifle: the outer barrel, handguard, and upper and lower receivers. The handguard is attached to the outer barrel and lower receiver and gets removed first. The remaining components can then be removed easily. To remove it, you remove the two body screws in front of the trigger guard that hold the handguard in place, and then the third captive screw at the front of the handguard that holds the outer barrel onto the handguard. Internally, this rifle is an APS-2 style system as opposed to the VSR-10 style, which I mentioned earlier. What's really nice about this system, and better than the VSR-10 in my opinion, is that it comes with 90-degree trigger sears out of the box, stock. This means that you can install almost any spring you want to without modifying the trigger or internals. I've even heard of the bolt handle bending before the sears wore out on some of these rifles, without modifying the trigger at all. These are the stock plastic piston, spring, and spring guide. While they will work, I recommend upgrading these parts since they'll tend to wear out easily since they're plastic. Right now I have Angel custom components in the cylinder with an M150 spring. My rifle shoots right now between 490 and 500 feet per second with .2 gram BBs, and out of the box with the stock spring it shoots between 400 and 430 feet per second with .2 gram BBs. The stock inner barrel is brass, and I would predict it's around 6.05 millimeters in diameter, although I've never measured it myself. I currently have a Mad Bull 6.01 millimeter inner barrel with my own barrel spacers that I made myself out of masking tape. The hop-up chamber and arm are still stock, and I've had to replace my bucking only once. As I've said before multiple times, the stock hop-up chamber is the TDC style, which means there's no need for a major accuracy upgrade to it out of the box, and I've had no problem with it overhopping 0.4 or 0.46 gram BBs out of the box. This is a really good hop-up unit, especially for the money you're paying for the rifle. And with all that said, this is one of the best airsoft sniper rifles for the price, in my opinion. The fact that it comes standard with the 90-degree triggers here is a big advantage, which allows you to use high-power springs out of the box with no issues. The only upgrades this rifle even needs, in my opinion, are the barrel, piston, and spring guide, for accuracy and reliability, respectively. Even after over 5 years of owning this rifle, it's just as effective as rifles like the SSG-24, if you take care of it well and know what to upgrade, as it's capable of some pretty great range and accuracy in good conditions. If you take care of it and maintain it and use the right upgrade parts, it can be easily accurate at 80 yards and farther. These still remain pretty uncommon to see on the field that I play at, maybe it's different at yours. And if you're looking for a different looking, ergonomic, and reliable airsoft sniper rifle that's only around $120, this would be a great rifle for you. As always, my gear recommendation for today is the Runcam Scope Cam, which is pretty great for making airsoft sniper videos and also works well on AEGs or assault rifles. And my music recommendation for today is The Rite of Spring by Igor Stravinsky. Thank you all so much for watching this review, and I'll see you all next time.